What's going on? How you doing?
What's up?
Welcome to Shoepertalk live here with me, of course, the superhero. Everybody knows me. Nobody cares about that. We're here with a special guest today. I usually let my guests introduce themselves, and I'll let you kind of talk about yourself a little bit. But
Okay.
this is a very special guest to me, not only because she kind of dabbles in not only some of the stuff that I do as far as YouTube and things like that, but she's a creative like me. I've watched some of her videos lately, more within the past couple of days than any, which everybody should subscribe to her YouTube channel right now, Kicks for Fresh. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't get a chance to link it at the moment that we're live, but it will be linked at a later date. So by the time anybody watches this later, it'll be linked. But the YouTube channel is great. As far as I guess if I could personally think of like professionalism and looking at it and like being consistent and looking at like a number of different YouTubers and saying like, okay, she's doing that. She's in that category. At this point, you're just looking for people to come and follow you. And I'm hoping that when people see this and understand what you do and why you do what you do, you have a lot more followers coming your way. I personally love what you do. So introducing Kicks for Fresh. I don't know. I don't want to mess up your real name, so I'll let you say your real name so everybody can say it. But go ahead and kind of give a brief introduction of yourself, and then we'll be able to get started with everything.
All right. Well, thank you so much, first and foremost, for inviting me to Super Talk Live. I really appreciate, anytime I can be in the midst of other creators and really just expanding my network in this ShoeTuber culture that we have here. So like he said, my name is Kicks for Fresh. A lot of people call me K Fresh. So you are more than welcome to call me K Fresh, K Fresh, whatever it is. But basically on my YouTube channel, I do sneaker reviews, clothing hauls, and how to style. So that's why we're going to be talking kicks and fits tonight. I also do have an Instagram, y'all. So if you are interested in seeing my fresh fit of the day, which I post a lot of times with, just basically what I'm wearing and the sneakers that I have on, go ahead and give me a follow on Kicks for Fresh as well. I also have a hashtag, which is Fresh Fit Approved. And people really want to be on Fresh Fit Approved. So, use that hashtag and hopefully you will get a feature. But, honestly, me, it's all love. The things that I do on my channel is obviously things that I love to do, but it's to help you all. So we have basically a group which we call the Kick Squad, and I see some people in the chat in the comment section that is a part of the Kick Squad. But we are here to help you on YouTube, help you secure these new releases. So for example, I have a ton of new releases, and we'll get into these types of sneakers a little later. But shout outs to them, shout out to the Kick Squad. And again, I'm really just happy to be here, and I'm very excited to talk kicks and fits.
I am very excited as well. Not only because, like I said, I love what you do. I love what you stand for. We talked a little bit before we got started, and I told you you're gonna have to say it all over again because I was kind of getting ready, but in my mind I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so amazing! Like this is what I do." So we'll kind of bounce some stuff off each other. But as far as the outfits, I feel like in sneaker culture, that's always been something a lot of people have struggled with. And not really said, because a lot of people, people say shoes are the main part of an outfit. Depending on who you are, of course, I would sometimes agree. People do start from the bottom up, even when they look at people's outfits and things like that. So I know that's definitely the main point of where you want to start, but you do want to make sure that like your jeans fit towards whatever pair of shoes that you're wearing. Same thing with your shirt. Layers are a thing. So I actually saw one comment that asked about the Jordan 1s that I got specifically from a City Gear. And just because I have them and I'm happy to have them, right here, I got my camera. So the story with these, just real quick, so I can get it out the way, because I am releasing the video on this. I'm editing this stuff now, but basically what happened, guys, is I did this crazy thing, right? Where it was like, I walked into a store with my feet, and I had a mask, of course, because, COVID safety. But I actually just walked into a store I looked at their Instagram. So one I guess extra tip is I follow the specific Instagram. So follow different Instagram accounts. That's another tip for people trying to get shoes. But followed them, saw they had them. Walked in like 2 or 3 days later, and they had a full size run. Like they had my size, and I was like, "How many sizes y'all got?" He was like, "The only size that we're out of is like somebody came and got a 9 the other day."
That's my size. See, this is what I go through.
And then so I got my pair, and I was cool. I walked out, and then like 2 or 3 days later, I had a couple of people hit me up, "Hey, what about them?" Whoop whoop whoop, and they were sold out. So I think right now all they have is like a 13 and another size. But I mean, it's like that's how it goes, and people didn't know about it until I posted it. So it's really just as simple as going into a store, like asking questions, calling, things like that. And you might not hit on every single thing, but at the end of the day, you got to try. And if you don't try, then you can't complain about not getting the shoe.
Right. So. And here's the thing. This is the thing that we tell people a lot on our lives. You are going to take some L's. We are not here to tell you that every single time that you log in and you come into our live that you are going to take W's, because you got to play in order to win. And we all know that if you playing a sport, you ain't going to be 40-0. There's some rare cases where people 40-0 or whatnot, but you might lose at the Super Bowl. That's still a loss. So for me, it's about consistency and putting in your footwork. And so for a sneaker like that you just showed, yeah, people may not have known about it, but then when you get social media, you get somebody like, I'll put me in the hot hat. You may see Kicks with Fresh rocking it with a fresh fit.
Very true.
And then you like, oh, I need that. And you calling your champs, you calling, whoop-de-woo, wherever to go. You have to put your footwork in. You can't always just go to the mall that's closest to you. You have to, maybe branch out. And then also know that sometimes the sneaker may be sitting online on foot sites. So, I think in terms of like the sneaker game, one of the things when people are really starting to build their collection, they don't understand that you have to dig a little deeper and not always just, I went into the store, they didn't have them. Well, I mean, there's 4 champs, in your area. So if champs has them, just making sure that you do what you can to secure the sneaker if it's a sneaker that you really want and you see somebody rocking it. And that is the same with the hyper leases. I was fortunate enough to get these sneakers right here, which a lot of people wanted, And, I just did my footwork, and I knew that it was a possibility to take the L. But at the same time, I always feel good when I know that I put in the footwork, because every sneaker is going to be difficult to get based on the demand of the sneaker and then how many is in stock. So, that's the thing that I always try to tell people, when they are trying to secure a shoe. And the last thing that I will say, don't wait till the last minute. Please don't wait till the last minute. Don't go DMing me, asking me about a shoe that come out in 4 hours, because I can't help you.
Can you say it a little louder for the people in the back?
I cannot help you DMing me about a sneaker that comes out in 4 hours. Like, because there's so many different things, and you may get lucky. I know for me, I was fortunate enough to secure a lot of shoes off of the sneakers app. And them, boom, 9:00 CST, you put your hat in the ring. There's nothing really else that you can do on the back end, especially if you're like a manual user or a manual buyer. So I knew that there's a possibility that you can also just go day of and get your sneaker from, the sneakers app. All right. We got a fresh culture in the building. What up, Kick Squad?
I'm going into the comments. I'm trying to be like you. I seen on some of your live where you actually pull up the comments. I'm so used to talking and being into it that I actually forget that people are actually engaging and talking. And I see them commenting themselves, but I forget that I can actually post the comments up themselves. So this is a lot more comments that I'm used to getting, especially on YouTube. So I would definitely have to assert that to you and your YouTube fan base. So thank you to the Kick Squad. Thank you for everybody coming in, showing love to the videos. Hopefully you all come back and see some more. So, but I had somebody actually asking about the Zoom.
Let's go into some questions here.
Zoom Zen Green. I actually have those. Hang tight 1 second. Just because they're here. Most of my shoes are upstairs, so just because I got them. Hold on.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know any Jordan 1 that has the Zoom technology, you know, obviously they're gonna fit pretty similarly, or different from a regular Jordan 1. So for example, I have the bloodlines here. There's no Zoom in this sneaker, so it's not gonna fit like the Zen Green or the what I call the ketchup and mustards is what he pulled out earlier. So you just have to realize that it has a different technology, and usually with that technology, they're gonna fit a little different. What I've heard, I don't have any Zoom ones, but what I have heard is most people tend to go up a half size because the Zoom, the insole, whatever's underneath that insole takes a little bit of room out of your toe box. But do you purchase that true to size?
I actually did purchase the true to size. The thing with me is I really break my shoes in because I know I wear them. So like, I know a lot of people are going to hate this, but I'll get my shoes and I'll kind of like tie them up, like tie them. Yeah. And I'll give them a good walk. You know, I might give them a jump or two, a good side to side, you know, one of these, you know, hit one of these, you know. But I do that one good time just to kind of break them in, get them used to my feet, and then I'll lace them accordingly. So with these, I know I wasn't gonna wear them a lot just because I've been blessed enough to be able to kind of get some more shoes here and there. And to be 100% honest with you, this is the thing, and this is kind of off topic of what we're doing, but I really have wanted to talk about this, and I'm so lazy when it comes to making videos. I would rather just do it live. They have to shoot it, edit it, do all this stuff. So I have 3 pairs of actually specific Zoom Airs. So these two were super comfortable. This is the Nike Recraft edition. So this is the ones that were kind of like made out of recycled materials. And this is the Gin Green one that somebody talked about. So these two very, very cushiony at the bottom. Like you can tell off the rip. Unfortunately, this one blew out.
Really?
So I got something poked the bottom of it, a pin poked the bottom of it, and it popped the airbag. So dang, bro. I kind of it felt so weird to have like no air right here, air here in the heel, and then the other shoe have air in it too. So
that's crazy.
I kind of had to make an executive decision. I just popped all of them. So these no longer are Zoom Air, but these, however, I did not feel any Zoom Air in these at all.
Really?
Like none in the forefoot, like in the bottom part, none of that at all.
Doesn't the tag on the tongue say Zoom on the front?
It's got the Zoom Air on it.
Did you open up your insole and see if it's actually in there?
I did not. I didn't, but that's the thing. I could feel it. Like in the other two, I could literally feel it, and like you could low key see it on the inside of this shoe too. So it's like I know it's not there. But on this pad, there's more padding like here on this part,
around the ankle collar,
and that's not in these other two. So you know that's something I feel like may have been. You know how shoes have stories. You know they design certain shoes after certain things for certain reasons. So I don't know specifically if that's why. Is because maybe it wasn't meant for them to specifically have the Zoom Air in the insole. Maybe it's something in the side. So I don't know.
It also could be the price point, because I believe that those red and yellow ones are mids, right?
No, those are highs. Yeah, those are highs.
I just saw that tongue. It looks longer than normal.
It is a lot longer, and I don't know why that is. Because it's got this part right here, right, the unfinished top. Yeah. So I didn't know what was going on with that, and even in the video I'm gonna make, because my next video I'm gonna try a style video because of you specifically. And one thing that I was gonna talk about is even how you do like the on feeds, because I don't know if you've ever seen like Bullet RC. He's a YouTuber and he does like style videos. That was one of the first guys I seen really like style it and do like the on feet and stuff. So one thing he does is he'll do it with like different pants, and then he'll like do one foot with like the jeans over the shoe and one foot with the jeans like with the tongue out. So if anybody sees him, follow Bullet RC. He not paying me anything like that, but he literally is like one of the first real YouTubers I've seen like do it. And I still follow him. I literally haven't watched any of his videos in years, but he just kind of sticks to the same thing over and over again. So it's kind of like I'm not really trying to do that at this point.
Right.
But that's just one thing I got from him is he'll do it different ways. So,
Yeah.
you know, he'll put the tongue over it, put the tongue back, and just seeing those different styles kind of gives you different ways to even style the shoe. It really completely changes the look, especially in this shoe with this long tongue, because that was something that I've never seen before and it's new to me. So I was like, that's something I'm gonna have to work with. So having people like you to talk to and watch is good. And getting back to like what you do on YouTube and all of that stuff, because like I said, we talked a little bit before this about your story, what you do and all of that. And it's really amazing. I like what you do. So just kind of, let's say maybe starting from YouTube or maybe a little bit before, what were you doing like right before, let's say you started up YouTube and kind of picked up like your first camera? And then how did you transition into, you know, doing it kind of as a maybe hobby or whatever to being as serious as you are now, if there ever was a transition?
Yeah, absolutely. So first and foremost, I would say that I've actually been on YouTube since 2004-ish. So I had a channel before my sneaker channel. A lot of people don't know this, but I'll say it on Consider Yourself Blessed. I'll give you some extra information about Kicks Are Fresh. But I actually had a YouTube channel where I actually sung some covers. So like I was singing. I always wanted to sing, whether that was doing backup, whether that was rapping. And I would just create these songs. I would find these beats on like LimeWire, you know, back in the day. Download them, make a dope song. My biggest song right now is a song that I wrote for my sorority, which is Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. And that actual video did very well in terms of the Greek community and all that stuff. And I performed it a couple of times, but my channel was doing well, but then the whole copyright thing started happening where YouTube started to crack down on that. So unfortunately, I had to get rid of that channel or just like close it out so that people couldn't see it. But I was actually still doing, I did like DJ and stuff, and I wasn't like a real DJ, you know, I didn't have like all the materials, but where I worked, we did a lot of dances and things like that. So that's kind of where my nickname K Fresh came from. I would always have on the dopest sneakers and an outfit, and it was DJ K Fresh. And I would have all the latest, you know, songs. I feel like the most popular song was Get Low. So they had the apple bottom jeans with the fur. That one. I don't know if it's called Get Low or whatever. Low, whatever. And I just remember I loved doing that. I loved music, but I also loved wearing my sneakers. Like, I mean, it was a part of my identity. It's what made me DJ K Fresh. It wasn't just the music. It was also people they knew that I was going to come with a fresh pair of kicks and some sort of outfit. So I did that up until, you know, I moved on from that time in my life. And then obviously due to COVID, I said, why don't I start back up my YouTube channel, but just create a new one? And this will be focusing on sneaker reviews. So my first sneaker review that I did was actually on the Bloodlines. And this was a sneaker that was really slept on, and it was very unfortunate because it's a great sneaker. There's great quality on this sneaker. It's like no other Jordan 1 that came out in 2019. I know this was a Black Friday shoe, actually. This came out Black Friday in 2019. And that first video, it did like 700 views, but to me, that was a lot. That was my first video. Like, I was like, oh, wow, like, that's crazy. So then, you know, I was like, okay, I really want to do this. And I was actually doing it from my phone. So I did not have the fancy camera. I know y'all see my videos now and it be crisp.
Hey,
but I didn't have that.
I'm looking at your camera right now, your quality, and I'm like, we're gonna have to do some lighting because I literally got 3 lights on me right now.
Right.
And I'm just like, I'm looking at myself and I'm looking at you and like, noted.
Yeah.
because
And I
you look
mean,
great.
so then what I did was my second, and I have some of the shoes down here because I wanted to be strategic in this. My second review was on these.
Mm-hmm.
And it was another slept on shoe. And this shoe, this did even better in the sneaker, YouTube space. And what I started realizing, and this is when I came to the realization that I'm gonna really do this,
Mm-hmm.
is there were not a lot of women in this bubble of sneaker YouTube.
Right.
And that was disheartening to see because obviously we want a seat at the table. Sneakers, are things that ladies wear too. We want the respect, we want the recognition, we want to be seen. And so then it became bigger than myself. I wasn't necessarily just doing the channel for me. I was
Mm-hmm.
doing it for everybody, all the women out there that wishes that people could take them seriously in their collection and
Mm-hmm.
things like that. And so I really just kept cranking them out, and it could be any shoe. So I did a review on this sneaker,
Mm-hmm.
and
Paper Max.
yeah, but this ain't no Jordan, this ain't no Yeezy. But to me, this was a dope sneaker. It was a new technology that Nike, rolled out. A lot of people wanted to know how it fit, what sizing, things of that nature. And this video did well as well. And so I started changing my mindset to say, yes, I'm doing this because I'm having fun and I'm passionate about it, but I want to give back. That's what YouTube should be about. It should be giving back, and I think a lot of people are very selfish in the content in the channel that they make, or the content that they make, because all they're worried about is kind of like the clout in it. Oh, I got
Yep.
this early. If I really wanted to and I had the bread, I could get a sneaker early to review it. But
Easy.
that's not the purpose of my channel. Like, I put in a lot of footwork, and I was fortunate enough to get the sneakers that I do have this year, or I guess from 2020. But, I really do it because one, I love it and I love talking about sneakers. And then I found a family. And so earlier on, I talked about the Kick Squad, and those are just a collection of other sneaker YouTubers that do really well in their respective channel, whether it is the history of a sneaker, the dope on foots and lace swaps, the how to style. We got a dunk queen, D Reeds. He is in our Kick Squad. And, we really are just down to earth people. We want to conversate. A lot of these people that are here, right now are people that watch every single live that we have every single day when we do what we call the Kick Squad TV. So it's good to know that people come and they have a good time on our channel. They learn something. I mean, Amier, he's here as Vault Editions. He will tell you any
Mm-hmm.
little thing that you didn't even realize that was good to know about securing a pair of sneakers, or making sure your Wi-Fi and your capture code is good, or when you're on your phone, what to do. Like, we really want to help people, but we also want to make people feel welcome into the community, because when I started my YouTube, there was a lot of love, but there also can be a lot of hate. And if
Oh
you
yeah.
feed into that negativity and you go down that road, that's something that I just didn't want to be a part of. So I'm very fortunate that I have people that support me genuinely, and I reciprocate that support as well. So I can go on and on and on about it, but I think that that's just something to think about. If anybody here that does not have a YouTube channel and is thinking about doing it, I just encourage you to really, really think about why and what you can give to the space. So that's why I branched out and started doing the steals and the deals. So if you've watched any of my videos, I can go into a store and get a pair of Levi's for $4.96 and don't even think nothing of it. But I'm gonna show you how to do it. I'm gonna show you what to do, tips and tricks. And then I'm gonna also show you how to style the sneakers. We talked about this earlier. Some people, I think it has a lot to do with confidence sometimes. And I say that because I was that person. I would just wear a white tee and jeans because afraid to express myself, and I was expressing myself through the sneakers. But now that I have people watching me and look forward to seeing ways in which they can branch out in terms of their fashion, I try to incorporate outfits that may be dressy, maybe more streetwear, maybe layering, maybe graphic tees, what's in. And hopefully one of those 10 outfits can be something that people resonate with. Now, if I just dress like how K Fresh would dress, everybody be like, oh, that's cool. I like how she dressed, but it don't really fit my personality. You know what I'm saying? So, I just think about that. And I'll talk a little bit about my brand a little later, but I do have a new brand, which is called Fresh Creations. And it kind of stems off of a lot of the things that I've already talked about when it comes to confidence and, just being in the sneaker game. So I do want to shout out a couple people that are here while I'm.
I've been seeing a lot of people in the comments too. I've definitely been listening to everything you were saying, but they are really like going in the comments. And this is literally all of your people, only because like it shows me on what we're doing, who's commenting from Facebook and YouTube. And I can even see like right now there's one person watching on Facebook and there's 12 people watching total. So all of those 11 other people are probably from your Kick Squad. So again, I appreciate everybody from the Kick Squad tuning in and watching. You have some very loyal supporters. They're interacting with each other. So
absolutely.
A Fresh Culture said he subscribed to the channel. So I appreciate you. Gonna have a lot more content coming. So I really hope that you appreciate it. It'll be a lot of you guys. Actually, I'm hoping to get some of you guys on. I see Sneaker Vibes Only's on here. I know you talked about somebody's talking about somebody specifically in here. They say it's Vault Addictions. They're saying
Vault Addictions. Yeah.
What link are they talking about?
Yeah, hold on. It says I don't know. I
don't know either. We'll have to figure that out later because I'm trying to get into the Kick Squad.
Oh, so they probably talking about my other YouTube channel.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. Yeah, because they was like they didn't know. That was like that's some information they wanted to know.
Yeah. So, I mean, at this point, I don't post on there, so I mean, you can look at an old video, but
I was gonna say I know they'll go back. They'll go back and look at some old videos. So
that's crazy.
I know you were talking about your brand Fresh Creations. So absolutely. I know you got that dope shirt on, which I'm gonna get a couple before we get out of here. So what is the deal with Fresh Creations and Gorgeous Tomboy?
Absolutely. So thanks for asking that. So Fresh Creations is a brand that I created a couple of months ago. And basically it is a streetwear brand that builds confidence. As simple as that. I talked about this a little earlier on with a lot of people who love to collect sneakers or love to rock sneakers can sometimes be afraid or struggle with the self-confidence of rocking the sneakers however they feel most confident doing so. So I take the example of myself. When I was in college, I would rock a white tee or a black tee, some jeans, and my sneakers. That is it. I did not rock any other colors. I didn't wear half the stuff y'all see on my channel. I would have never wore that 10 years ago. And the reason why I did not is because for a very long time, I would get a lot of negative comments, both just within my family and friends and just unconsciously, oh, why are you always wearing them sneakers? And you don't have any, heels or dress shoes that you can wear. And so I felt like a little out of place all the time, but I really wanted to still rock my sneakers. Mm-hmm. And so once I got to a point in my life to be able to build my self-confidence in various different ways, I always knew I wanted to create a brand that would help others build their confidence. Mm-hmm. And so that is where Fresh Creations was born. It's just, no matter how you dress, you are uniquely designed to be who you are. And I just think that I wanted people to feel a sense of connection to that and not feel that they're buying something to go along with the trend. So for example, my first shirt that I ever did was called Fresh by Design. Mm-hmm. And when people purchased this shirt, I told them, do whatever you want to the shirt. You can cut it up, crop top it, whatever. Just tag me so that I can see because the purpose of this shirt, Fresh by Design, is no matter how you dress, you are fresh and uniquely designed to be who you are. So what happened with that is I had people who tie-dyed the shirt. I had people who cut it at the arms and on the back. I had people that tied it on the side, wore it with the jean camo jacket, just expressing themselves however they wanted to. And it wasn't like all they could do is just wear the shirt. They didn't think it would be disrespectful to K Fresh if they just wore the shirt, with some jeans. And it was very successful. And I loved seeing how everybody rocked it. Like that warmed my heart more than anything. It wasn't about how many people bought it. It wasn't about how many people wrote, a positive review. It was really just the people who actually resonated with the message. So then my second shirt, which is a shirt that I have on, is Gorgeous Tomboy. And I think, I'm like, where's my hair at? I'm trying to get so you can actually see it. I think a lot of people use tomboy as a negative connotation. When obviously, when you look at the definition of tomboy, someone who enjoys more masculine activities, whether that is sports, watching or participating in, whether that is the sneakers and things of that nature. But I was so tired of people using it so negatively of like, if you're a tomboy, then that means you gay and you're not feminine or, X, Y, Z. And I wanted to debunk that stereotype by saying that you are gorgeous. You can be a tomboy. You can love, sports. You can love rocking sneakers. You can shave your hair off for all I care. And you still can be gorgeous. And you still can like these things that are typically a masculine type of activity. And this shirt was received well as well, because I knew that there were people out there. I knew that there were women out there who felt a sense of like not having a sense of belonging because people attributed them to being a tomboy, which therefore means that they can't be gorgeous and also like those types of activities. So for me, everything has been so personal. Every single shirt that I put out on my website, it does have a quote, and it is from me, so that people can really understand where I come from with this design and with this shirt, so that hopefully it can resonate. Like every purchase that I want for people to purchase is to resonate with them. I don't want them buying it just to be buying it. I want them to feel a sense of connection. And I'll just drop my link in the chat really quickly, just in case people want to, see my website. But yeah, so I'm super excited to see what else is in store. He said, I got to get my shirt. I'm slacking for real. You good, bro? And I'm having fun with it, but it was always a dream of mine. When I first went to college, I was majoring in graphic design. So I knew I wanted to do some sort of, marketing or textiles, things like that. Things didn't work out. I got my business degree, which is still a great accomplishment, but I knew that I still wanted to do this. And I think by having my channel, by having a very supportive support system on YouTube and Instagram really just gave me the push that I needed to really get this off the ground. And I'm so excited that I did it. And I appreciate everybody for their support.
Yeah, definitely. It's a lot of people coming in saying that they either got a shirt or are waiting to get a shirt. Where can they get them again? I think you said you were going to drop a link, or where can I get the shirt?
Link. You might have to, I don't know why I didn't posted it in the chat. I mean, StreamYard is a little slow, so it probably is in there.
Well, even if it doesn't go in the chat, I'll get it from you later, and I'll post it in the description for people to see it later on in the group.
I'll put it in the private chat for you, so you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a couple shirts from you as well. I'm sure my sister will love one of these shirts. So
I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, so it's just all love. Everything that I do is with intention. I'm not a half stepper, with anything that I do, whether that's personal, professional, social media. I'm very, very intentional with what I do, and I will support people to the death. Like when you DM me and said, hey, you know, I want to do XYZ, da 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 da. No problem, bro. I got you. I got you.
I appreciate that because I've hit up a few people about doing it, not to put anybody out, but it's good to have somebody, but it's good to have somebody respond right away. We set up a schedule. You found the day that was good for you. I found the day that was good for me. We set it up, boom. And it's like one of the days I think I wanted to try to do it sooner than later, but you said you had another obligation. But then even still, you were like, well, this is at 8. Can we do it before? How long is it going to be? Like you would have been back to back if you could have. So, that's the type of thing that I try to find here in the sneaker community. And I not necessarily say I reward it, but it's like I feel a lot better about, doing a favor or hooking somebody up, when it comes to me knowing that they'll be able to do the same, or they can at least be professional enough to, be on time, all that type of stuff. So I appreciate that from you, just the common courtesy of being on time and being here, showing the love. We've been on for 36 minutes and I haven't even really gotten into any structured questions. That's how that, we can kind of vibe off each other. We're really in it for just the love of what we do. So, like I said, I mean, I love what you do as far as your brand, your clothing, everything has a meaning. I know earlier I said, me and you have a lot in common in that aspect. And that's the same thing with me. My superhero brand, I never really talk about like what it's for or anything like that. But it always started with just my love of sneakers and like comic books and superheroes. So did I say superheroes again? I'm so used to saying
I love it.
comic books and superheroes.
Right.
Just mixing them together. And then, it went from the funny name to actually thinking about what it means. So it just comes from my love of sneakers so much that I would do anything I can for anybody that's willing to kind of work with me to help them out. I know you said you wanted to shoot earlier, and I went right in the back and was like, hey, we got it if you want it. So that's the thing as far as stuff like that. And like you said, even like if it's a shoe that somebody wants, I won't mind helping you get it. Give me at least a week or more in advance, and I'll do what I got to do to look at different websites, see what's easier to get it, whatever. But if it's Saturday and you hit me a Friday night, or you hit me a Saturday at 12 o'clock talking about, oh, do you got these? Like, where can I get these from? Like, no, like I'm not only am I not going to help you, but I'll be slightly rude and be like, no, like, what you think this is? Like, you going to try to hit me up for the most hype release of the year on the day of, asking if I can get your size. So, that's one of the things where it's like that type of stuff will kind of deter me from trying to help you in the future. But at the end of the day, I'm still going to help you and tell you what to do and how to get it.
Yeah.
And from having that, meaning of the superhero to you having the meaning of what you do with Gorgeous Tomboy, I was instantly drawn. And then, like I said, seeing everything that you do with, the kicks and the fashion and tying them together, being a female and kind of breaking that wall and breaking that stereotype of, like you said, like, wearing sneakers and being judged, or well, you're a certain type of way because you don't do this and you don't dress like every other female, whatever. Like, that's not what it means. I've seen some of, the most, I don't know what you could even call like most feminine women or what, but it's like, people see, women basketball players, for instance, and, automatically make this judgmental stereotype of how they are, how they act. But, they're women too. They like to get off of the court and put on makeup and do their hair and get dressed up. It's just the fact that most of the year they have to play basketball. So they don't feel like having to come home with their feet hurt from a game and then put on heels and go outside. So, I mean, it's just one of those things where, like, once you get to know the person, that's when you don't even get to the point to where you're judging. You find out who they are and you accept who they are and what they do. So that's, like I said, one thing that I really appreciate about what you do and how you do it. And then I know you talked about going from your one YouTube to making the YouTube videos about the clothes and stuff. So, I mean, even as far as fashion, like, what is your background in fashion, if there is one?
I wouldn't say that there is one. I think it's just based on my interests and my, how do I say this? Basically just wanting to be more confident in how I dress. I mean, that's just plain and simple. That's kind of why I like started the brand, was to one, explore things in terms of my comfortability and self-confidence, but trying to boost others' confidence. So I would not say that I have a background in like clothing and things like that. But like I said, in one of my, excuse me, a lot of my previous jobs, I have done things where I have to get apparel for events. I'll just say that. So I know the back end, I know about fabrics and, embroidery versus press, things like that. Like I know that. I know pricing and, how many to get, quantity, what the recipe is for how many shirts you get, what sizes to get, things like that. I know that part. What I'm trying to learn is the actual, marketing of it all, because it's a grind. I mean, it's entrepreneurship is what it is. And so, every day you have to realize that, and I had to realize this very early on, and I knew this going into it, but I'm not going to sell a shirt every day.
Nope.
I'm not. And I'm okay with that, because guess what? Like every shirt that I do sell, it means a lot to me. So I know that there's going to come a point in time where I'm not even going to know how many shirts I'm selling, because I've expanded that much, where I have people working for me that's actually doing that back end stuff. And I'm more working on the creative process and getting the content out and things of that nature. So right now I'm just appreciating the support. And every time I do this type of event, or if I do some sort of social media blast or video, I sell a couple shirts. Or if I go ahead and do a live, I might do a pop-up live, and everybody on the live, I give them a $5 off coupon. You know what I'm saying? And, people will buy. So I think that it's more about the grind in it that I love about it than just making money, if that makes sense. Because my goal for last year was not to make money. It was to establish myself and my brand for people to better understand the purpose of it. Right. And then who I am as a content creator, because I never would have thought. I have over 1,000 subscribers, and I'm like, I never would have thought that I would have that. And I'm almost at like 125,000 views on my channel. And I'm like I remember back when I had 100 subscribers, I was like, oh my gosh, I have 100 subscribers. Yes, it's lit. Follow me. The same grind, the same excitement that I had for 100 followers, I will keep when I have 10,000 followers, because it's the appreciation for me. I'll just say that. It's the appreciation. Because they don't have to follow me. And again, there are a lot of male shoetubers, and I'm in this lane where a lot of people are watching the male shoetubers, and they may say, she don't know what she's talking about, she a female, or they just don't want to see it. I look at my analytics, I have more men watching my channel than women. So I have to make sure that my content is A1. Every time I look at Bullet, or Tony D2 Wild, or, Break, for example, they had to start from somewhere too. And all I can do is continue. I actually watch my videos, and I look to see where I can improve, whether that's lighting, that's angle, that's the way that I show off a shoe. Like I'm not going into this willy-nilly, like
exactly.
I try to improve every single video, because my viewers deserve that.
It's like watching film. Like basketball players and any sports athletes, like they go watch film. It just so happens that we are creating film as well. So like you said, like even me, like I'm going to improve my lighting setup. Like I thought my lighting setup was pretty good. And then I watch your videos. So now I know I have somewhere to go. But even little stuff like I found these headphones, and these headphones work great, but you just got the most simple, just regular headphones. So it's not like you have to have all of this expensive equipment and stuff like that. You just have to find out what works best for you. Right. So when you came into it and kind of getting started with everything, like how did you go about, like, I guess, taking it serious? Because I know it's one thing from having your phone and just turning it on, but what is it, or what was like the turning point from that to like getting lights and getting audio and all of that stuff?
I think for me it was knowing that I can do better and wanting to do better. You know, I could still record from my phone if I really wanted to, but again, I wanted to do better. I felt like the people that are watching my channel deserve better. And, you know, when I'm showing off a shoe, I want y'all to see the details. I want y'all to see the trash leather on this sneaker. If it's trash leather. But
you do a good job at it.
It's all about the willingness to put in the work. You know, a lot of people DM me, people I don't know. Oh man, how did you get to 1,000 subscribers? How did you Your next video has to be better than in your mind. It may not be to other people, but in my mind, my next video has to be better than the video before that. I have to keep improving. And the turning point for me was when I almost got to 1,000, because they say like, "Ooh, when you get to 1,000, like
they say you need a little thing.
That's like the thing, you know." And so I was like, okay, you know, camera quality is important. You know, I can't sit here and have 50,000 subscribers and be filming on an iPhone 8. Like it don't work like that. I will say I'm still trying to improve on my audio. So I do record in a basement where it is a big space. So a lot of people, they may not say anything about my audio. They may think that it's okay, but in my eyes, I want my audio to be better. I want it to be, like, do you watch Jay the Sneaker Guy?
I've seen like a few of his videos.
If you watch his video and you listen to his audio, that's all I be focusing on is his audio. Like it's like I envy it. Like I want the audio because that is so important when it comes to audience retention. And you also want people to be able to hear you clearly. Like there are people out here that maybe have like a hearing disability and they watch YouTube, and sometimes subtitles on YouTube are not the best. So I also do it because I think about everybody, the diversity and the people who are watching. So if my lighting wasn't good, or my quality wasn't good, or my mic wasn't good, there are people out there that just can't watch the video because it doesn't meet their needs. And we don't think about that either. Again, we tend to be like almost selfish when we're doing things. It's like when we go to work every day and people expect things from us, and all we do is worry about what we expect from them. Well, like we also have to think about who we're serving, you know? So, you know, the turning point, like I said, was like, once I was like about to be at 1,000 subscribers, I was like, I definitely need a camera. I did everything. I snowballed it. So it wasn't like I went out and dropped 2 bands on everything. I still edit. I still edit on a MacBook. It's from 2012 or 11, whatever. When like with the old ones, like I don't have a new MacBook. I don't have the money to get a MacBook. You know, when I do my shirts, I do smaller quantities. I can't go out and buy 300 shirts and then try to grind and sell them all. Because what happens when the shirt just doesn't do good? Like people aren't interested in it.
Exactly.
So you just have to always be thinking. Like sometimes I'll be in a dead sleep. I'll wake up, have an idea, pull out my phone and write it in my notes.
Man,
that's what I do. That's what I do.
It's like the reason I'm trying to get better at the conversation part of my interviewing skills and stuff like that. Anybody that knows me knows that if I'm really happy and excited about something, I will have a dumpster mouth and I will just talk. And it's like everything that you're saying to me, it resonates so much because I do the same thing. It got to the point to where I thought something was wrong with me because I would wake up in the middle of the night. I can't sleep and I'm tossing and turning, but it's like I'm having all these ideas. Like that's why it's like stuff is going on in my head. Like, and it just got to the point where, like you said, like I will wake up and write it down, put it on my phone. Like I'm very like I literally have a book with like this is what does good for me. I don't want to open it up because I got notes and diary journals in there. But yeah, like I do good with just writing stuff pen and paper. I have stuff in my phone, but like if my battery dies, I forget my phone at home. Like I accidentally hit the delete button. Like I feel like old person like that. Like I accidentally try to save a 10-page paragraph and hit delete instead. So I'm good with just writing it down physically, stuff like that. Like I said, like I'm old school, even with buying sneakers, going into the store, grabbing them, trying them on. Even talking to like the employees, like you said, like kind of that networking thing is something that helps. So, you know, when it comes to doing stuff like that, I'm really kind of hands-on with it.
Yeah.
And I like how you're really hands-on with what you do, even as far as like the t-shirt distribution. Like you're not just printing up a whole bunch of shirts and just, hey, buy a shirt, buy a shirt. You
Right.
know, you'll let people know about it. And like you said, you'll print small quantities. Man, I know I actually was literally trying to buy a shirt just a second ago when we were talking just now. And I know it says like on your website it's just PayPal. So is that the only form of payment you accept on your
I
website?
don't think I have to figure this out because someone actually DM'd me the other day and said that they actually figured out a way to buy outside of PayPal. So I'm gonna try to figure that out because it's not just PayPal, but like I have to figure out how to explain to people how to pay, if that makes sense. Because I know that a lot of people don't have PayPal. So let me just try to figure this out. I'll figure it out and let you
So
know later.
now I know one thing I was going to ask: do you accept like Cash App payments if like you know the person and you want
I
to do it?
do. I try. So like this is kind of like more internal. Like obviously when you're doing PayPal, you don't have. I mean, you don't. When you do like Cash App, you don't have the biggest paper trail in terms of your business expenses. So I
Yes, yes,
try
yes,
not to
yes,
do
yes.
that because I want to keep it all seamless and together. So let me. I just have to figure it out. I'm pretty sure. Just
Well, it has it to where you can check out as a guest.
oh yeah. Yeah, I'll have to figure it out after this because there are some people that have told me like, "Oh, I don't have PayPal," and I do try to allow the cash out, especially if people really want a shirt. Like, you know, I'm not gonna tell them, "Oh, PayPal only," but you know, there. I mean, there's gonna be a point where if I'm getting 50 orders a day, I can't manage people sending me cash apps. You know.
Exactly. So yeah, I know. Like I said, I just went on there and did it, and it does have it to where you can check out as a guest. So yeah, it shouldn't be a
Okay,
problem.
perfect.
If anybody does want to go to the website, go to the website. Hold on, I'm gonna put it back up here right now because there it is. So it's freshcreations with a Z.com. So you can go on there and get a shirt. Please, anybody that's watching right now, there's 13 people on there right now. Shirts are $25. Support not only black business, but support a good cause and a good meaning. So just gorgeous tomboy speaks volumes to me because I have a daughter and she's like that. Like she likes to run around and play, but then she also likes to wear skirts. And it's like at one end, I'm like, yay, happy you like Air Force. And then she, but I like it with a skirt, daddy. I'm like, all right, you know
That's
what?
dope.
I'll do it only because you're cute.
Right.
So if you ever decide to make some baby ones, know you got a customer. But yeah,
Yes.
definitely if you guys are able, please support black business, support a good cause, support somebody who's doing good for themselves. They're keeping it professional. They're doing great with everything that she's doing. I'm very proud and appreciative of it. I will get a t-shirt. I was going to do it right here at this very second, but I'll give it a second. I'll finish the conversation first.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we had a great conversation. We got through a lot of stuff that I wanted to talk about. I'm hoping to continue to push and work with you specifically just because not even on a like I want to get my followers up. I wanted this like I just love your vibe. You are a great
Thank
person
you.
to talk to. You have great conversation. And this is personally my favorite part of the show is when we actually get to show off some kicks. So I know you got some stuff behind you. I know you showed off a couple of things from your previous videos, but what are some things that you got behind you as far as sneakers? I know you're a female sneakerhead. So what I actually want to do with you is not only have you pick out a pair of shoes, but it kind of just briefly describe how you would style that shoe.
Okay.
So,
Let me
all right,
think.
so I'm gonna let you pick. You can pick something behind you and then let us know how you rock it.
You put me on the spot here.
Yes, I am.
So I'll start with the most recent pickup.
Okay.
And for everybody that is on right now, if you haven't seen, I actually just dropped a new video on the sneaker. And I did give an outfit idea, but if you have not seen the video or the outfit idea, it is the Jordan 1 Low SE. This is a women's release. And I just want y'all to see this satin. Look at the
That's
satin.
cold.
Like,
That's like just details.
look at the satin. Okay, let's get into this. Right, it's nice,
Let's get
it's
into
soft,
it.
it's plush. But let's go a step further, right? You know, let's get into the pendants.
So
You know what I'm
those can
saying?
come off, right?
Yeah, you just have to
Man,
unlace your sneakers. But Yeah, these are dope, man. Like this is my most recent pickup. I hit these on a restock. Shout out to one of my sis on Instagram. She actually like lives in Hawaii, and she's like, hey, they dropped on Nike. Here you go. And one of the things that I always have a hard time with is I actually wear a 10 and a half in women's, which is a 9 in men's, and a lot of shoes that I would consider unisex. So like, for example, like I know this is a bad example, but like this, this not gonna come in women's. It's just gonna come in GS, which a lot of people attribute that to a women's sneaker, which okay.
Very much.
But so it's sometimes very difficult for me. I say this and I'm like with all these sneakers behind me, but it's hard for me to get my shoe because it is a money size in most cases. But yeah, it's the details for me, right? So how I would style this. So on my video, I actually styled this with a they calling it beetroot. I feel like this color is actually maroon, but they calling it beetroot.
When you were saying that in the video, I was like, I'd have just said maroon.
Yeah.
It feels so weird saying beetroot, but I love how you still stick to what Jordan says, because Jordan always makes those weird colors. Like they won't call it black, they'll call it charcoal. It's like it's black.
Right. Well, and I'll give you a little tip because you do YouTube. It's really good to use the official color codes in your videos because those pick up in the search engine. So you want to make sure that if this shoe is beetroot, that you say this is the beetroot Jordan 1 Low SE. Because what is happening is people are actually searching for Jordan 1 Low beetroot. So when you say maroon, nobody's searching for that. Yeah, so that's why I do try to keep to that, or you use like they street name. So if I didn't say it in my video, but a lot of people are calling these the gold pendants, but I can't say gold pendant 3 times fast. Like
nobody's doing that.
Like I can't say it, so I stuck away from that. But in terms of the outfit, so I paired this basically with a maroon dress that I got from Old Navy. I got it for like $8. It's sleeveless, so I put on a black like a cardigan. So this is a sneaker that I would definitely dress up, especially with it having the satin on here. This is a sneaker that I feel like I would wear to work and still kind of have the business casual. But for some people that don't really like to wear dresses or skirts with these sneakers, you could definitely rock these, especially with them being lows, some biker shorts. So I would do like some black biker shorts, either a graphic tee or, a tee that has, I actually have a Nike Air t-shirt that is 3M, and it's dope because when it's not 3M, it's gold. So like it would go really well with the pendant. So just kind of like the coordinating. So you might not even have to wear the maroon at all on the sneaker. The sneaker can stand out. So there's a lot of different ways you can. I mean, a lot of people don't like to wear pants with their lows specifically, but you could wear black jeans. I love black jeans. I have so many pairs of black jeans. It's unreal. They all different. Say it, leave it up to me. They all different. Right. Black jeans. But I really, really love this sneaker, and this was a definitely a must-have for me. And then I'll just show off the box really quickly because a lot of our Jordan 1s they come in the black box, so they want the white box. So
yeah, that's always dope.
Thank you, Jordan Brand, for that.
And then real quick, while I got just while we're taking a break, I just ordered my shirt, everybody. Woo-hoo! So look, I'm trying to get it to show it. I'll show my information. It's $27.25, depending on the shipping. I think if you get it shipped, it's a little bit more, but I'm gonna pick mine up.
All right, yeah, I got you.
I'm gonna pick mine up because I got something for you too. So we're gonna make it happen. But all right, so just so y'all know, go ahead and make sure that y'all hit her up. Let me put that back up there real quick.
Yeah. And then my sis said she will wear with some pinstripe pixie pants, dope tee, and a little blazer for the business casual look would be fire. See, that's what I'm talking about. And I got some pinstripe. Y'all know what? I actually got some that I just bought from Tommy, and they were $7, y'all. That's gonna be part of my how to style. So I will have the how to style video. And then I actually wanted to really quickly, I know you don't like to go too far into your lives, but I want to talk about this sneaker real quick.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. We haven't even gotten into sneakers for real. So that's what we need to talk about.
I don't know what I got on this sneaker though, but anyway.
I watched both of those videos. It's funny that you pull both of those shoes out. So I watched the one about the satin ones, and I love the detail you were giving about like that satin part about up at the top. The one thing people don't really know is like when you wear certain shoes, like just for instance, like these are brand new pants. By the way, I'm really happy because these are Jabos.
Hey,
right?
You took me back, bro.
So people, any old school person know Jabos was like the big jeans that we used to wear, and I actually have some of those. But the fact that I found these and they was like the skinny ones and they fit, those gonna be in my how to style video. So make sure y'all check that out. But they're brand new black jeans, right? And if you look at like the inside of these, they're already.
That's all bad.
But I wear my shoes, so I'm not tripping.
Right.
But like that's the thing, like having that satin at top, like that's gonna keep any type of like jeans from bleeding on it, or you even be able to see it anyway. So sorry, that's a quick tip about the details that you said.
So yeah, I wanted to talk about these sneakers really quickly because I think that in the ShoeTuber world, there's a lot of this is trash and this is must have, things like that. And people really tend to let ShoeTubers influence them into purchasing purchasing things or putting things in their collection. And I think for me, the main reason why I wanted this sneaker was obviously the significance and the history behind the sneaker, but for a lot of people, they didn't really take the time out to learn the history. So I'm not saying that I just knew it off the bat, but when Marcus Jordan went live with the sneakers that I tuned in, or hit my bro up Amier, who knows a lot about history and sneakers, listening to him, learning from him, and this became a must-have for me, just especially with how iconic the silhouette is. 25 years, Tinker Hatfield, the GOAT. This is an original sketch. Like Nike ain't just pulling back in the vault. Jordan Brand ain't always pulling back, going in the vault to grab stuff that they, threw away. Like this is iconic in my opinion. And this is probably, now don't quote me on this because 20 years from now I could retro or whatever, but I don't think they're ever going to re-release this sneaker. I mean, this is the 20th anniversary. So like, when would you release it? In 50 years?
Another 50. There's no other way that they can release that unless it's like another 50 years, and they would still have to do something different.
Right.
But I was actually thinking about that because with them re-retro and certain stuff, for them to do something so time specific, it's gonna be interesting to see how they do it, because they have endless ways to make shoes. So to re-release, I feel like it's as easy as it is, I feel like, to do it, because you're not coming up with any really original ideas. You're just bringing something back that you saw people spend a lot of money on before, and they'll spend money on again.
Right.
So it'll be funny to see how they play this, because they could not re-retro it and have those specifically grow in value, or they could re-retro and make a little bit more money and then have those kind of go down.
Right. Yeah. And so I just wanted to point that out about that sneaker, because again, I think a lot of people allow or let people who do YouTube or create content for sneakers influence them to buy or not buy. I try not to do that. This is the review. This is why I got it. If you're interested, this is how you can get it. This size and comfort, blah, 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 blah. And, I have fun with it. So I actually paired this sneaker with a Nike sweatsuit that I got from the outlet mall. So the bottoms was $6.97. I want to say the top was like $8.97. I mean, it was dirt cheap, and it matched perfectly. So if you want to be matchy with the shoe, you can. But it's a black and white shoe. I mean, how hard could it be, to throw on whatever you want? And I see people wearing them however. So, it is what it is. But this is definitely a shoe that I really, really, really wanted to have in my collection. And then I'll just talk about another one really briefly. I got so many shoes around me. I'm just like,
and I know why you're looking. I know in that Jubilee video, you actually just rocked that with a Jordan, was it Nike sweatsuit or a Jordan sweatsuit?
Yeah, it was Nike.
Nike sweatsuit. And that's the thing about like Jordan and Nike, is they're interchangeable as brands.
Right.
So you don't have to have like Jordan with Jordan or Nike with Nike. Like you can kind of interchange. And then when you think about black and white, you could do the whole black and white like you did. You could put on
Mhm.
some black jeans or leggings with you and a female. You could put on leggings with that or whatever, shorts.
Mhm.
And then even without the thing, you could put the pants on with a white tee or a different black hoodie
Right.
or something like that. So it's a lot of different ways you could style that, dress it up, dress it down.
Yeah.
So I know you're getting ready to find another shoe to show us
Yeah, I'm
how to
like,
rock it.
I'm just gonna pick one. I'm gonna pick one that's a little more difficult. So, this is my Air Max
Oh.
90 Supernova. I actually wore these today to Aldi, so I need to clean them. They're dirty. They're so dirty. I
So
wear
rock
my
your shoes.
shoes. I wear my
Wear
shoes.
your
People.
shoes.
They'll look brand new once I hit it with some, some goat shoe cleaner. It'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a shoe that is a little busy. And for a lot of people that can tend to turn them off. So I sometimes hear people say, I have no idea what I will wear with this sneaker. What would I wear with this sneaker? And my opinion and advice that I give to a lot of people is maybe go with one or two colors actually in the shoe. So, for example, when you see this eyelet and this kind of aqua blue, I actually had an aqua blue Nike shirt and it had the white lettering that just said Nike in the swoosh, and that's all I wore with some black jeans. Like I didn't really add a lot, to my wardrobe because the shoe was very busy.
Right.
But on the other hand, I actually was in Target, and if y'all want to pick this shoe up, I mean, if you want to pick this shoe and or the shirt up, I was in Target, and they actually had a NASA T-shirt. It's black, and then
Mm.
it has the exact colors, y'all, of this sneaker.
Mm-hmm.
And that is something where obviously Supernova or Galaxy, if it's way in with the theme of NASA. So it was very easy for me to just pick up that shirt. I wore more light wash because I didn't really want to be like black and black. So I did more of a light wash jean and I threw them on and it worked perfectly. So, I think this is again a sneaker, or if you're picking up sneakers that have a lot, just always concentrate on one color. I mean, you could even do the purple and the blue in the toe box,
Mm-hmm.
bring it all together. But I like to focus on the stuff that kind of sticks out on the shoe because then it makes it easier for you to visually, like you said, down to top. So when you're looking at the shoe, like, wow, and then it's like your eyes just go bling right to the color, on the shirt.
Mm-hmm.
So it
And
just
then,
kind of works.
and you can kind of see like this kind of pops with this, like even
Yeah.
like with the outfit I tried to match with now. Like I had black jeans on, the yellow in the hoodie, the little bit of red just
Yep.
right here is like just enough. And even I know we were talking earlier about because I got another sweatshirt to hopefully put in the video to match with those. You would like a little bit of red, a little bit of yellow shirt underneath this
Yep.
will pop. So it's like just those little subtle details. And like you said, with a shirt like that or with some shoes like that you had that are so busy, you have so many different things to pick up off of that you can kind of figure out what you want to style with and how you want to match it with the shoes themselves.
Yep. You have like sneaker vibes only. You have a lot of options when you have a sneaker that has a whole bunch of colors in it. Or you could do kind of like how I did. So my last shoe, I don't even feel like going up there and getting it, but I do have the mochas, the Jordan 1 mochas. And I did a how to style on that. Well, actually I didn't do a how to style, it was my top 10. I did something different. So my top 10 sneakers of 2020 actually had outfits incorporated with every single shoe. So if you haven't
Wow.
seen that video, it's a dope video because I created it, obviously, whatever. But
Of course.
the mochas, I actually did some army green shorts. I paired it with a polo, like pinstripe blue and white tank top. I mean, not tank top, sorry, button up. And I had no brown on. But the fact that those colors complement each other, that's getting into a whole nother level of style. It's
Yeah,
like you don't have to be brown from head to toe just because you had a mocha ones on.
Brown is like such a neutral color that you can really kind of match it with anything
Yeah.
if you do it right.
Yeah.
And I saw a post before that broke down the difference from like, I forget specifically what it was, but it talked about the difference from like, I don't know if it was like what's hype, like
Yeah.
fashion sense,
Oh,
and
yeah.
like style.
Yeah.
So it's like it broke it down from like what's hype is like going out and getting like off-white Jordan ones.
Right.
Like obviously it's an
Or
expensive
Travis
shoe.
Scott
It's hard.
t-shirt or something like
Yeah, some hype stuff like that. Hold on, Travis Scott t-shirt. I don't know.
Your inner hype beast.
I don't know what you're
Snap.
talking about. Travis Scott t-shirt.
Wow.
With the real fries. These are the real French fries.
These are the real
Ain't
fries.
you know what I'm saying? This ain't no somebody printed up. But
Right,
yeah, just hype, easily getting that. And then fashion is just kind of like going out and buying stuff like that you see matches. So like getting the Jordan 11 and then the pants to match and the hoodie that match.
Yeah.
It's like it's not necessarily hype, but you just getting what they tell you to buy.
Yeah.
And then style is something different where you're getting a whole bunch of different stuff and you just kind of rocking it how you want. So like you with the mochas and having nothing on with brown in it, but the outfit still matches because they just kind of fits together.
Yeah.
Same thing with like me, I have the Jordans and then the Jabos and then the Runts hoodie. The brands don't match, but the colors match and the style kind of matches how I fit and how I wear it.
Right.
So when you actually like style stuff, is it at this point? I feel like because with me, I've gotten to the point now where I've got so much stuff, it actually starts to become difficult to pick stuff out. So have you gotten to that point yet? Or like, is there a way that you organize your wardrobe to where like you don't wear certain things twice or you kind of space out the shoes you wear? Or like, how do you set it up as far as how you style and kind of spread your style out?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I wouldn't say I have a lot of clothes. I would say I buy a lot of clothes, but it goes in and out because the way that I shop and I try to get the cheapest clothes. When I say cheap, like in terms of price. So I have a lot of what I would say, not high dollar, but like medium cost stuff. So Levi's, Nike, Champion, Tommy, things that like if you just went into the store, you would spend $100 on a shirt, but I'm not spending that. So what I do actually is, and I'm trying to get better at it, but when I buy things, I actually try to color code my closet. So for example, if I'm going to do a how to style on these sneakers, I'm gonna go to my black and white, right? But I'm also gonna go, what pop of color do I want? And then I'm gonna go to my reds, and to be completely honest, I have stuff that has tags on it. So I have to wear those clothes because if I don't, then what's the point? I just got a whole bunch of stuff. So people see me in a lot of different things because I'm literally trying to wear the clothes that have tags on them. And so I'm not like high and mighty. Like I'm gonna keep rocking the same Champion hoodie if I like the Champion hoodie. I know that y'all seen me rock this red sneaker mess hoodie, and I love the heck out of that hoodie, and I'm gonna keep wearing it however many times I want to wear it because it's dope. And my sis, she has a business which is sneaker mess. So if y'all are interested in that hoodie, go get it. But I just try to wear everything that I have, and what I do, my system. I have the sneaker. I go upstairs. I take the sneaker upstairs. I go into my closet. I have 2 closets. It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing. And I like look at everything, and I try to hang everything up. So that way, when I'm pulling stuff out, it's on the hangers. It's on the bed. I can say, And then I look in my sock closet. What socks can go with it? And then after I do that, I bring it down and I put it on my rack, and I try to organize it again. Okay. Well, I have this outfit. It could use something else. What is it missing? Blah, 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 blah. I also have a full length mirror. So sometimes I have to look at it in the mirror. Correct. So it's a process. Like people think that for anybody who does like how to styles and stuff, they think you just walked out of nowhere. Like that part takes just as long as doing the actual video. Because I have to get all the outfits together. I have to make sure it all works. Hell, I'm about to have a heat stroke down here changing in all of these outfits just for a little 10-minute video. So,
man, people don't see that. Like you have to literally go back, change the outfits, like make sure it's style right, all of that, and then come back and have that same energy you had that clip before.
Yeah. So it's fun though because it's a hobby. You know what I'm saying? Like it hasn't turned into a job yet, quote unquote, and a lot of times, like when you're doing YouTube, like if it becomes a job that ain't paying you, then you need to hit the road. But it's a hobby. Like when I come home and I'm bored and I don't want to watch nothing on Netflix, I work on my videos. And my husband has been very supportive of me, and that is one of the reasons why I do have the camera, because I'm like, I really want to up this, I want to really up that, and he really helped me to, obviously settle on a camera. And some of my friends helped me as well that have channels that are doing really well. So it's just a process, and you have to, you have to also take the critiques too. A lot of people did say, oh, like I noticed, like I did it on feet and the camera was crooked. Well, it really wasn't the fact that the camera was crooked, is that I'm in the basement, and basements slant down to a drain. So now I can no longer do it on feet. I feel like I can't do it on feet inside in the basement because I don't want people saying that I don't want it to be crooked.
I noticed you did the last one outside.
Yeah, I'm outside.
And I was like, yeah.
Like I can't have people like that. To me just means a lot, because the people that are watching me, they see that though. So I want to listen to what they have to say, because if they feel like they're not gonna watch it on feet because of that, like it's an easy fix. Do my on feet during the day or upstairs somewhere else where it's a flat surface.
So I mean, I feel like that's one of those things where like I like how you did it, because I would have been the type that's like, so did you see it? But again, that's something that as a creator and as a professional, you have to really sit back and be like, okay, it was crooked, let's fix it. And your fix was going outside where it's a surface. And like you said, people don't understand or think about or know, hey, I'm doing it in my basement, this is how it goes, whatever. So the way that you did it was definitely great. I know your viewers love it. Everybody that's in the comments has been in the comments this whole time, loving it. We've been going an hour and 16 minutes. We didn't even show a lot of shoes. And I mean, that's the main draw to the Shoepertalk. But I mean, also throw them up real quick. Just let them see them. Yeezys. I like the Yeezys. I got actually I got my first pair of Yeezys, couple pair of Yeezys actually. And just not my thing.
I love
I don't know if
what size you wear?
A 12.
Oh, okay. I was about to say I'm buying them off of you if you got a colorway that I don't got.
I love those are fire.
Yeah, these fire. I'm just really showing y'all all the shoes that I have downstairs, because this is my setup for the people that are watching that don't particularly watch my videos and stuff. So I have more shoes. So one of the things that I do want to say really quickly, I'm gonna try not to go on a rant and a ramble, but the sneakers that I show on my channel are things that people want to see. So when you think about supply and demand in anything you do, whether that's a product or a service, no one really, for lack of better words, wants to see like a GR or like what they would consider a GR. Because let's be real, like this was a GR. But they don't want to see a regular Nike, whatever. They want to see the Jordans. They want to see the Yeezys. They want to see the Air Max 90s, especially the OG colorways, things like that. But me, as Karen, which is my actual name, I shop at the outlets. I will get an Air Max 200, a Presto, Adidas Samoa for $29.99, and I'm just fine.
But I like how you do a $29.99.
$29.99, and I'm rocking them just like I'm rocking these sneakers. So I have a lot in my collection that I don't show on my channel, because I know that the demand is not there for that particular sneaker. So that is something I want everybody to understand about me and my channel. Is like, I'm really showing people what they want to see, but know that I have the depth in my sneaker collection that would, quote unquote, label me as a sneaker collector, a sneakerhead, because I'm not just buying Jordans and Yeezys. Yes, that's what's on my channel. But if you look back at some of my videos, some of the shoes, like my Adidas Samoas, like I talked about, I got them for $39.99 on adidas.com. that sneaker, I think my views is like 2,000-3,000 views, and like I'm like on that sneaker, like I mean, who wears Samoas anymore? But it's like the regular people that just want to know, hey, I saw these at the outlet. Should I get them? Are they comfortable? They're gonna look me up. They're gonna look at my video. I'm gonna give them the information, and then they're gonna go out and they're gonna get 2 pairs because they're like, all I need is 2 pairs to get me through the year, and I'm good. So
I think that's one of the things that I love about what we do now, and what I feel like I got used to looking for back in the day, and now it's like I'm trying to deliver that to my audience. Like you said, like the fact that like people will want to go buy something, and I know me, I'll research something, want something, but right before I hit that buy button, I'm gonna go on YouTube and type it in and see what people's reviews are on it. Like if there are any on there, whatever. Like when I got these, the first thing I did was go on YouTube and look up reviews of them, but I didn't see none.
Oh,
so
you
it's
definitely
like
need to do it then.
I saw
Definitely.
like 1 or 2, and they didn't do it specifically how I would do it. So like I said, the one that I did, I shot it and got halfway through editing it, and then like I thought of like so many different ideas because I saw the other videos and nobody was talking about what I was wanting to talk about. Thinking about styling it and all that stuff, and I just got a new hoodie and I just want to show it off. But I mean, the thing about it is, like you said, like when it comes to doing all of that, you want to put it together. You want to put it together so people can see it, and it's the average consumer can see it. Because, like you said, everybody wants to see the Yeezys and all that type of stuff, but everybody can't get that. So all you're doing when you're watching it on YouTube is seeing it. You're kind of window shopping through somebody else's eyes. You get to see them put it on. You get to see them walk around in it, but it's not you. But like you said, those Samoas and those like just even regular Air Force Ones, little stuff like that you can go into the store right now and get is what people want to see and what is attainable. So why not put that out there for people to see? And let them say, okay, well, those Jordan 1 lows, I did see those. I like those. You know, she's got them and she can style them. You know, nobody else is talking about them because, like you said, they're not hype or whatever. But that's not what I'm getting them for. I'm getting them because they're affordable. I see them. They're in my face. I can grab them. I can wear them. I can rock them. So we've been on for about 1:20 now. I know even with your sneaker collection, I really want to dive a lot more deeper into that. So maybe if we don't even do another like YouTube or Facebook video, maybe we could just get on IG Live one day.
Yeah.
Kind of chat it up and kind of talk about some sneakers, go into a few more different sneakers of yours specifically.
Absolutely.
I definitely want to shout out the Kick Squad for coming in.
What up, bro?
This person's coming in later on, but like I said, we've been having people on this whole hour and 22 minutes. This is definitely the most comment engagement I've ever had in a video. The longest, I guess, strong viewer count. Mostly I'll, get up to a couple views, then it'll go down, up and down. But this has been around 15 to 17 views this whole time. So, like I said, there's at least 10 of your people that have been locked in this whole time, haven't gotten off the screen. So, again, I want to appreciate the Kick Squad for tuning in. All of your family and followers that have come through, I want to appreciate you for taking the time to come out. I've had 3 people texting me talking about, I want this t-shirt. So you should hopefully sell a few t-shirts today, if not today and tomorrow. I'm going to tell them to type in the comments or something that the superhero sent them so they know that they got it for here. But like I said, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it. Like I said, I could talk to you for another 2 or 3 hours.
I know, right?
Nobody's going to want to see that. But like I said, just the love for sneakers and the mutual love and respect for each other, I appreciate it. We're definitely going to have to set up another time to meet or whatever. After I end the live, hang tight because I want to talk to you about a couple things. But is there anything else that you wanted to kind of push to the people, let them know about, tell them where they can follow you, where they can find you, all of that good stuff?
Yeah, I think first and foremost, thank you so much for inviting me to this dope live. I'm looking forward to seeing other lives. Let me know honestly if you need help with anything or you want to talk behind the scenes. I know that the grind don't stop when it comes to wanting to create, wanting to bring more to your channel, to your brand. So, what you got is dope, bro. Like I literally just started, following you. I like what you were doing. I noticed we were in the same area, which is always dope, when you got people and good people that are around, that can build that network, build that connection. So I'm actually really looking forward to hopefully meeting you in person. sometime soon, maybe we chop it up. We might have a little business venture in the future. You just never know. We just speaking into existence. But you've been great. I do want to shout out everybody that is in the comment section is a part, of the Kick Squad. I just thank you all so much for being here. It means the world to me. Thank you for showing up and showing out for the superhero. Isn't he dope, y'all? He is so dope, y'all. Y'all need to go ahead, if you haven't already, subscribe to his channel. Beef him up. Go look at his videos. Hit him up in the comment section. Like all his videos. Do everything, because, when you see people that are just starting out and, are still working and grinding, know that I was that person a year ago. I was in your shoes. I had the 81 subs, like I didn't have that, almost at 1,500 now. So what we really need to do is support each other. And I think that is more, that's more beautiful than just coming on here because of me. Like, I want to see you grow as well. And that's why I agreed to do it. This wasn't about me. And I even kind of asked a lot of, the members of the Kick Squad. We actually go live every single day of the week. And I'm like, oh man, like I can't do Wednesday because we got this. I can't do Sunday, but I was ended up being able to do today because we moved the other live that we had today at 10. So I was able to make that happen. But whenever you want to get on again, or Instagram, I'll probably have more people tuning in on Instagram because I have some pretty loyal people, friends that I call on Instagram, and I would be more than happy to do that. Shout out to James Hamilton coming in. What's good, bro? I see you. See you, bro.
We had a few more people coming in later, so if y'all coming in late, Facebook at Shoepertalk Live on Facebook, and then on the
all
right, click that for a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, showing love, I guess that's his way of saying, hey, y'all been on. But yeah, showing love and support, I appreciate everything. Until they were definitely gonna be doing more stuff. I want to do the Instagram thing, like you said. If you got more people on there, I just want to do kicks. Just show them all kicks. Just kind of let them know.
I don't know if that's me freezing, y'all, or if that's him, but we gonna ride this thing out. We gonna ride it out. We gonna ride it out. Thanks for subbing up, bro. Appreciate it. Everybody in the building. I'm gonna just take over. I'm gonna just take over the live. You don't know. Waiting on him to come back in here. Yeah, but shout out to y'all, man. Y'all dope. I like y'all. I like y'all a little bit. Yeah, man. And I had a good day as well. Like, for the people that's just joining us, if you haven't seen my review, literally just got these bad boys yesterday. Did my little review. I did a review and an outfit idea on these. Oh, I gotta show you the front. This is the main part. So just got these. Make sure you go and look at that video, run that up, hit that like button, subscribe, do all those good things. I'm trying to wait for him to come back on so he can actually end the live, but I don't know what happened. Y'all. Hey, y'all, I have this picture and I don't know where to hang it. Let me show y'all. I don't know where to hang this because I feel like if I put it up here, like back behind me, you can't see it. Oh, shoot. Yeah. I feel like if I put it back here, it's not going to, like, you can't. I don't know. What should I do? Or should I just not use it no more? I only paid $2 for it. What you think? Bro, listen, I should send the link. Hold on, wait. Hold on, let me see if I got that mug. I'm weak. He said send the link. About to be up in here.
All right, my bad.
You bad?
Man, my internet literally just like cut off all the way. And it's funny because I'm watching it. I got it on my phone. It's still long. I thought I ended it.
No, you
Okay.
still.
Wow.
But yeah,
All
you
right.
can go. You can go ahead and end it. I was just kind of holding it down for you. Look, the Kick Squad was like, send the link. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do a Kick Squad takeover. I was like, y'all silly, bro.
People on the Kick Squad. So I know y'all got y'all thing going, but I wouldn't mind maybe if we can all get on and kind of talk our stuff one day together.
Yeah, we good. Yeah.
Bet. All right. So I'm gonna end this before it cut me off again. Thank y'all for watching. Love all the love and support. Until next time. Peace, guys.
Stay fresh.
Stay fresh.
Kick Squad.